Welcome to the Taxman Show. We ask the questions to get all of your accounting, tax, and small business questions answered. Now here is your host, Albert Taxman Corey.
Hey everybody, this is Albert Taxman Corey for another edition of the Taxman Show, where we ask the questions to make sure you get the best tax refund and build your small business to the highest level. Real quick, I haven't been on for a little bit because I was traveling the country, speaking on stages, which I'll be in 6 cities for the beginning of this year. LA, and we'll come out forward, LA, and I end in Vegas again. But so we're on, and so I've been busy rocking and rolling, so I just haven't been able to get on. So today, I had to come on today because in my office I saw this 6 times in the last 2 weeks. Extensions were coming due, and I started helping people. More and more people panic when they end extensions, and I got a lot of clients who called me from way back in the past. Why? Because I went to the wrong person. Remember, the accountant, whoever does your accounting, whoever does your tax stuff, is probably your first line to get more money in your pocket. That's right. The tax man is about getting money in your pocket. So they went to the wrong person. They did the tax returns, and they get the IRS letter. Why did they get the IRS letter? I didn't do the returns. They went someplace else. They got the IRS letter because the person was more worried about getting the biggest refund ever. That's right. They were trying to get the biggest refund ever without trying, getting sometimes the biggest refund is not the smartest idea, because sometimes the biggest refund, whoever's doing the return, I call hijack the return. When you hijack the return, you're going to do whatever it takes to get you the biggest refund, so you're going to come back. So the more you hijack, the bigger refund. However, is that when you start to hijack, guys, guess what starts to happen? When you start to hijack the return, you're going to open up the return to get an audit. And that's what happened to some of these people. They didn't come to me, which is fine. I don't care. We did 4,900 returns. They thought I'll go someplace else. But they always come back to the tax man. Why? Because this is going to go to my second point. When you go get someone to do your accounting, doesn't matter whether you're in Canada, Ethiopia, or the United States, make sure, whoever you go there, ask how long you've been in business. Step number 1, you don't necessarily have to go to a CPA. I'm not a CPA, but make sure you go to somebody. By the way, anybody's watching this, if I'm doing some cool stuff, give me some hearts and give me some shares. Anybody who shares this, I'm going to give you how you can get my book for free, The Perception System. So what you got to do is make sure you go to somebody who's going to be around for a while. Most of these clients come back to me because they get the IRS letter, and then they call these people, whoever did the return, and guess what? They're not there. They're not there. I wonder why. Because they probably did it with a bunch of people, and these people are now getting the letters. And now when you go try to explain the letters, they don't want to explain it. They took their money and they run. So part of what I teach in The Perception System and in my book is, all right, these are some of the ways, okay, you start to build. And this is the same way how I built my business.
Hey, everybody. We'll be back in about 15 seconds. So please hold for our sponsors. Thank you.
Reviews. Google reviews. I'm big. And my Google reviews, you can Google Highly Accountant, and I got 143 4.5 rating. That's right, 4.85 rating. Hey, Mr. Craig. So obviously, if you find me and you check me out, my reviews are there. So I'm going to be there. But so first thing you do is check reviews. Actually, you could do referrals. But after you get referrals, when you call the person up, I'd ask them how many years you've been in business. Question number 1, ask them how many years they've been in business. That's the first question. Do not go to anybody, at least in my opinion, if they work out of their house. That's step number 1. That's a no-no. never to go with anybody who works out of the house, because chances are, especially if they live in an apartment, because chances are they're not going to answer your question. Okay. Question number 2 is ask them how long they're in business. That's very, very, very important. So now you ask them how many years you've been in business. And, if it's been 3 or 4 or 5 years, okay, that's cool. And third, make sure whoever does your returns, whoever does your accounting, are they in a stable location? That's always a big thing for me. Are they in a what does that mean is I'm in a storefront. I'm at 1800 West 68th Street in Hialeah, Florida, which means is I am in a real store. Okay, I don't rent space as an insurance office. I don't do immigration. Okay, I have a real space. So you got to make sure that they're a real space. That's another thing. Because if they're in a real space and they've been in business a long time, so if you get that letter, then you know they're going to be there. Question number 3. Okay, question number 3 or 4, I forgot the number of questions, is on the bottom of the tax returns. Okay, is their name on the bottom? Okay, meaning that, a lot of these people who do the stuff, they do TurboTax, which is cool. But TurboTax says self-prepared. Self-prepared means they're not there. They're ghosts. Okay, they're ghosts. Okay, they're a ghost. So if they're a ghost, all right, then they're not going to be there. Oh, and I found another cool tip. Ask them, do they take credit cards? I know this is going to sound crazy, but if they take credit cards, means it's a real business. Okay, people say, no, I only take cash. Okay, shows that they're one and done. But if they take credit cards like me and they're willing to suck up the fees, okay, then they know they're going to be there in business. So those are my 3 tips for today. And I'm going to try to get on again every week again. Just that I've been on the road. I do my shorts every day, so follow me. I got to publish my short for today. So follow me every day. Like and share this material. I'd really appreciate it. Anybody likes and share, I'll give you the link. How to get my book. If you want to get my book right now, The Perception System, text Taxman to 26786. That's Taxman to 26786. You're going to get my book. You should be getting a video with it, so it's a pretty cool thing. Now remember, sharing is caring, so please share this if you're watching this. And please listen to our podcast. Our podcast is Taxman Show on all podcast channels. And we're on Instagram and Facebook at 1040W2. Guys, thank you. Sharing is caring. Does anybody have any questions? So, James, let me ask him if he has any questions before I go. Billy, Greg, does anybody else out there have any questions? So if you're liking my show, guys, remember, I'm doing this kind of like to help out people. If you have any questions, you could always leave comments below, or you can put any of your questions in Instant Messenger, and I'll ask them privately. Or if there's any subject you want me to ask, online, we're here. So guys, I'll talk to everybody soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to The Taxman Show. If you have any questions, please leave it below or email it to albert@1040w2.com. Remember, sharing is caring. Please follow us on all social media platforms.